Welcome back to MedTech Insights. We have another Meet the Speakers interview for you today as we preview one of the panel sessions taking place on the Insights stage on the 3rd of June in partnership with Medilink Midlands. I'm joined by Professor John Hunt, Deputy Director at Nottingham University Hospitals NHS Trust, Theme Lead for Medical Technologies and Advanced Materials at Nottingham Trent University, and Academic Lead at the Medical Technologies Innovation Facility. John will be chairing a panel session titled From Lab to Ward, Getting Rehabilitation Technology into Clinical Practice at 2:30 till 3:30 on the first day of the show on the Insight stage. John, first of all, can you give a quick preview of what you'll be discussing in the panel session?
So the broader topic is aging well and living independently. And really, most of us understand that if we're lucky enough to get older, then there's this aches, that aches, and then your chances of surviving a major trauma injury are massively increased thanks to advances in medicine. But each of us wants to get our life back, and each of us inevitably ends up with some treatment and some physiotherapy. And universally, the human race is terrible at doing its rehabilitation and its physiotherapy. There may be slightly under 10% of the population that is given rehab, given physiotherapy, and actually does it. The rest of us, within 2 weeks, we've stopped doing the rehab and we still have the aches, and we're not progressing to returning to the best we could be in terms of mobility or in terms of mental health, because we've just stopped doing the exercises or the procedures that the trained professional gave us. So it's a real problem. It's a joy to be human, but it's part of being human that the path of least resistance is the one that we want to take often.
And who will benefit the most from attending this panel session?
So we're very excited to have this session at the MedTech Expo, because actually the big focus in many aspects of future medicine and future health is being proposed by digital technologies, and medical technologies is one of those areas that we see there are future health solutions both in the secondary care environment, so in the hospital environment, but also in the GP primary care space, and then in community health and public health services, and then ideally safely into people's homes so they can monitor their wellness, they can do their rehab, we can monitor the condition of their wounds if they have wounds, and we can do as much as possible remotely whilst they're getting on with their lives, living independently and trying to remember to do these essential mobility or mental health exercises for their rehabilitation.
And if you had to narrow it down to one, what is just one key takeaway you want attendees to leave with?
You need to come listen with an open mind, because your medtech might be relevant to rehabilitation, even if you think you've cornered your market and your share just needs to increase. Consider rehabilitation. I would invite people that watch this video to consider which part of health and being healthy or receiving treatment doesn't have a part of rehabilitation or prehabilitation. You'll find now if you're going in for any kind of treatment or surgery, there will be some prehabilitation advice. There'll be something about taking a bit more exercise, trying to get a walk in if you can walk, or do some arm raises if you can't walk, moderate your diet a little bit, cut down on your 21 a day. I'm joking, cutting down on your 21 a week, reduce your smoking and other substances, prepare yourself to be your best self for going into surgery. So prehab and then rehab, it touches every aspect of being well and moving forward, living independently.
That's great. Thank you very much for your time today previewing the session. I'm sure there's going to be lots of insights on the day, and I'll see you on the 3rd of June.
Brilliant. Thanks, Ollie. Thanks for the great introduction.